bunch of good musicians that have fun playing, being around each other.
Yeah, it's kind of a community of musicians, you know, because there's been a lot of musicians that have come and played with us. Some of them, a lot of them have moved through the band, you know, come in and played with us for a while as part of the band. A lot have just come and sat in with us and played, you know, for parties or gigs or just to jam at rehearsals, you know. So we do get an opportunity to play with really talented, you know, individuals, and it's nice. You know, it's nice to be able to work with the caliber of musicians that, you know, come in and out of our circle. I'm hoping that continues to grow and encompass even more people, because it just makes it more fun.
I'm not really big into labels.
acoustic pop now.
We play a bunch of different genres. I think that the album we're working on next we'll probably find our way more and find more of a thing that we do, but maybe not.
I wouldn't say rock as a whole. I mean, progressive rock. I mean, there's.
Well, it's rock. It's rock with a bit of like a power pop kind of vibe to it in some places, and a little bit of progressive odd meter, you know, in there every now and then. But
it's got some funk stuff in there. I mean, it's got a little bit of everything.
It's got a little bit of everything. It's a salt and pepper kind of project, you know. Put a little bit of spice in everything.
Garlic.
Every time somebody
there you go.
Every time somebody joins the band, we always tell them that the songs are real simple. And nobody's really walked in the door and nailed it.
Yeah, nobody's ready to
Ernest was the closest out of everybody.
Yeah, and even Ernest didn't.
Yeah, Ernest finally told Adam.
It's hard.
And myself, these songs are easy.
At first she was like, what the hell is this? No, it's great. He completed you know.
We're the main writers, and we've been together the longest.
I had played with Ruben. I met him through another friend. We played in he had his little solo project. We rehearsed here a couple times, right? I think it was. Mm-hmm. And then we did some recording here, and then he had come to see the band. He was like, man, that's a really cool band. Years before. And then I think one day I just called him up and said, hey, if you want to, he's like, I'd love to, and he came out.
We were looking for a guitar player and a bass player. We were throwing out names of people we knew, and Ruben was probably top of the list at the time. Mm-hmm. We weren't sure what his reaction would be because he had his own band.
Yeah.
And so when he said yes, it kind of surprised us, actually.
Yeah, he was like, yeah. He came out and he's never left, you know. Ray, I played with Ray, man, when I was in high school. I can remember that a long time ago. Yeah, I know. He was kind of like a drum teacher too, because he is a drummer first and foremost. He's a great songwriter, plays guitar, and I played with him and another family friend who was one of the original bass players in the band, Rick Cruz. They taught me a lot. I mean, aside from everything my dad taught me and I learned from other musicians, they got me into the progressive stuff. They got me into the non-pain music, I guess as people call it, right? That's why I'm broke. But anyways, we were looking for another guitar player, and because he could sing as well, and we're like, hey, dude. And he's like, yeah, I'd love to come, you know? So.
Yeah, and he told me when he first started this band was a good break for him because he felt like he would always have to carry the band that he was in, and he said it put a lot of pressure on him. And he said playing in this band, he doesn't have that he could just play his guitar.
And then of course, then Ernest, you know, I get lucky with knowing him because obviously I tech for Simon Phillips, you know, and he's a bass player in Protocol. I've been watching him since 2018, 2017 actually. Probably longer than that. Seeing him play with Simon was just like, man, it's like this dude is. I think Simon said it best. He's like the groove and just where he sits. And I think he referenced it when you're doing an album. He says, I want to see what a jazz or a sort of bass player does with a rock song. And he had a real simple tune, you know, and he just, out of all the bass players I think that I tried, he was like the one that just had that constant. I think we play well together.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
You know?
Adam's completely different drumming with him,
Yeah.
and Adam's attitude got a lot better since then.
Yeah, I was like ready to quit. I was like, I'm done with this shit, man. But no,
No,
it's great.
I think Adam needed a challenge with the bass player because that's what he had
Right.
before with the guy that he talked about that taught him a lot, and I think he needed that in his playing. So he's a perfect fit.
Yeah.
Well, I'm surprised he
Good.
said yes and he came back.
I know.
I think I asked him.
Yeah,
I asked
I'm
him at
surprised he keeps saying
a
yes.
protocol show too. I was like, he was sitting down. I was like, hey man, I was like, I'm playing this. He asked me once. He goes, what else do you do? So I was explaining to him because we recorded together. And then he's like, what else do you do? I was like, I play in this Carry On band. He goes, what is that? Like, it's like a rock band. Like it was, you know. So I was trying to explain it. I was like, it was hard to explain because there's so much, you know. So like, I think I put a song on the phone and he's like, hey, that's pretty cool. I was like, hey, you want to come down and jam? He's like, goes, yeah, I'd love to. And I told Pete, he's like, get him down here. And like, I think like the following week he was here, and he, you know, he went home. He's a professional. He learned all the songs, and he came and played very flawlessly. I mean, and you like that when someone shows up, and because that's how we are,
Yeah.
you know, like
And he has such a great attitude. He makes it fun.
when you play with like-minded people like that, especially like for me, I know like, and like I tell myself, like when we go and play, like this is your job. This is what you do, right? So you wouldn't show up to your job not knowing what to do, right? And it's nice to play with, you know, musicians that know their part, that know where they sit, know, you know, and it's I dig that.